topic that I've been wanting to bring up for a little while, and that is being able to test our code conveniently. And actually, I really hope this doesn't open to a window I don't want to show. So I'm going to open up a new browser. That'll be safe. And what we want to do is install a program called Node.js or a runtime called Node.js. This will enable us to run JavaScript code from our command line on our computer. It's really useful. It's something that we will find ourselves using later on in the bootcamp. If you already have it, you don't need to install it again. But if you don't have it yet, make sure you pick the right version. So if you're on Windows, you're going to want to pick this version for Windows. Can I draw a Windows logo? It's easy. It's 4 squares. If you're on Mac, you want to go with this version. Now, the Mac logo is really hard. It's like this weird misshapen fruit thing. You get the idea. If you're on Linux, you're on your own. Sorry. I don't know. Use your package manager if you're on Windows. If you're on Linux, I guess you could install it from any other option if you wanted to. But anyway, one of these two, depending on your operating system, and yeah, I guess if you have an old enough operating system and you have to use 32-bit, then sorry, but yeah, you might have to. But very rare case. So get Node.js installed. I'm pretty sure I have Node.js installed on this computer already. So I'm just going to check real quick that I have it. Node, I think -v should check version. Yeah, it looks like I have version 10. It's a little bit older, but it still checks out. So I'm going to go with that. And we can start by doing the usual, create a new folder. I'm just going to call this some algos practice. Algos practice. And what I'm going to want to do is open this up in Visual Studio Code, like we've been doing for every project. I'm going to open folder algos practice. I mean, I just wanted to click on it once, didn't I? Yeah. So this is going to bring up a new empty folder. I'm just going to create what'll be a good name for this? I'm going to call this the week1day5.js because it's Friday of week 1. That's the rough idea here. And just come up with some example code, let's say. Maybe we want to create our own triangle looking thing. So we could create a variable called result. It could equal, and let's start out with a couple asterisks in it. And then what we're going to do is for var I equals 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. So just come up with some code that we can use to test. What we're going to want to do is console.log. Actually, I guess I do want to do it this way. Console log the result, but also we're going to add on to the result at each stage a couple asterisks, just to give us something to visualize. And if I want to test this code, well, I can run it. I should have made sure that I had everything set up beforehand, but just in case I don't, we can figure out how to get it running. Yeah, Node.js, legacy, preview, legacy should be fine. Yes, allow access. Okay. All right. That was weird. And this is what it prints out for me, is all these asterisks. So I was able to run my code from my Visual Studio Code. Don't have to go anywhere else. Don't have to do anything fancy. But maybe I really want to visualize what's happening at this line in my code. So line 2. Maybe that's a really exciting line for some reason. What I can do is I can insert a breakpoint into my code by clicking on this little red dot that you see showing up over here. And when I do that, I can say run and debug. sure, just go for legacy. That's fine. And it's going to take me up to this breakpoint, and that's where it stops. And I can view all of these variables, and I can do like a step through the code sort of thing. So I is currently undefined. It's about to be set to 0. Sets to 0. What is the result string? It's currently nothing at all. I'm about to add on a couple of asterisks. It now has a couple asterisks. And I can kind of step through this bit by bit if I want to. And we can see how these values change. It's really kind of handy. If I want to leave, I can do this. Step back. Yeah, I never really use all these ones, but let's just stop it. And yeah, just the normal run and debug will at least show us the results. I don't know why it needs to show us every single time, but maybe it doesn't do that way. Run without debugging. Yeah, if we just want to see what it does. Why didn't it pop up? That is annoying. Alternative ways we can do this. New terminal. Let's see where we are. ls. We're inside the same folder location as our file. We can run this with the command node w1d5.js, and that will run the file. So alternatively, we can do it that way. Dang, it only has PowerShell as an option. Well, I'll have to set other ones up eventually. So yeah, that's how we can debug. That's how we can test our code. Really handy thing to do, definitely. So, yeah, I'm gonna chop this video up right here.